So today's Father's Day, and even last night I started realizing that I'm not going to be able to spend Father's Day with my dad. And this morning I was very emotional because I realized that everyone is going to be together today and spending Father's Day with my dad, except me. And I'm sitting here 1,500 kilometers from my dad. But the awesome thing is that even though I'm not with my dad, I had the opportunity or the privilege to grow up in a house where I had a dad that loved me to bits. Did we have the perfect relationship? No. Did we bump heads? Yes. Especially when I started working for my dad in his practice. But even then, he told me, from everyone that worked with him in his practice over the years, I was the best dental assistant he ever had, even though he didn't felt like it. But the thing that struck me the most, and the memory that I still hold on, was something that happened about 25 years ago, when I still obviously stayed or lived at home, and when I was at school. I always loved baking stuff, and I still do, and then sending it to friends and treat, bless them, or treat them with something I've made, handmade in the kitchen. And there came a day when my mom said, okay, I told you, if you want to send something to someone else, you need to make sure that I get my Tupperware or plasticware back. And I was very upset with her when she said, okay, now enough is enough. I told you, you need to make sure it comes back. And you haven't done it, so no more baking. Which I understand now that I'm a grown up and I need to buy my own Tupperware. And then the next day my dad came home with 2 bags with him. The one bag was full of this plastic buckets, and the other bag was full of lids that he bought at a plastic store. And my dad said, you know what, now you can go on baking things and treating people and blessing people with the awesome things you make. And you can keep it, you can put it in there and you can give it to them, and don't worry about, getting it back. And that simple thing my dad did made such a good impression on me that I can still remember it, all the detail, up until today, 25 years later. So even though I'm not with my dad, and even though my dad wasn't always perfect and isn't perfect, because we're all humans, I still have that memory. Now, some of you don't have that memories. Some of you don't have the opportunity to spend time with your dad. But the awesome thing is that we have a Heavenly Father that is always with us. Even though you don't have a father that set a good example, if you're a dad today, of how to be the perfect dad, or how to be the best dad you can be, is you have a father that is perfect and that set that example to you, and that loves you unconditionally, that will never leave and forsake you, and that has your best interest at heart. And even though I'm not with my dad, at the back there, my lovely husband playing cricket with our sons, I can still spend the day with the father of my kids and make memories with them, so that they can look back at the time and the times they spent with their dad.